Topaz ist auch schon hier. Sicherlich um 700 Jahre alte Schulden einzutreiben.
I understand the difficulties that this world is facing, Supreme Guardian. Belobog's current financial burden cannot be pinned on you, nor anyone else for that matter. However, objectively speaking, since Belobog has existed as an independent entity to this day, its debt cannot simply be written off. Oh, it looks like we have some visitors.
Branya! And Topaz? You're here too? I guess you've already started your business talks. We'll get out of your way if...
It's no bother. We've pretty much wrapped things up already anyway. Please consider my plans carefully, Supreme Guardian. If Jarilo 6 wants to rebuild its connections with the rest of the galaxy, your credit record with the IPC will be of great importance.
You've made yourself clear, Miss Topaz. I'll require some time to consider my next course of action.
Naturally. However, while you're deliberating, my colleagues will need to carry out some operations in Belobog. I hope that your subjects in the underworld are cooperative. I'm sorry our business got in the way of a reunion with old friends. I'll get out of your way.
Eine bedrückende Stimmung.
Is everything alright, Branya? I didn't know Miss Topaz was so... intense. She seemed nice when we met her.
It's good to see you two again. Welcome back to Belobog. I planned a special reception, but I had to deal with an unexpected guest. The lady you just witnessed, she claims to represent the IPC. There's no need to keep either of you in the dark. To tell the truth, I have too much weighing on my mind right now to even think about the Psalmworm Festival.
Tja, ich habe nur das Wort Schulden gehört. Und das war schon zu viel.
Since you've already made her acquaintance, I needn't explain who she is. I'm sure you've heard pieces of Belobog's history the first time you visited. The Legion's invasion 700 years ago, how the Stellaron brought about the Eternal Freeze. It seems that much of Belobog's history from that time was buried deep beneath the snow. Those memories were lost and weren't passed down to the subsequent generations of Supreme Guardians. Topaz shared with me the story of the Stellaron's descent upon Jarilo 6. How the original outsiders stationed here foresaw the impending disaster and chose to leave in large numbers. Among those outsiders were several investors from the Interastral Peace Corporation. Before they departed, they did something noteworthy. They sought out architects who refused to leave, those who insisted on defending their homes. The IPC provided these architects with significant funds to aid them against the coming disaster. It was with those funds that Belobog was able to construct its immense walls. Even the initial funding for the development of the first batch of automatons was drawn from the same pool.
Wow, that's a pretty incredible story. So, does that mean Topaz's business here is to collect a debt from Belobog?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
That's ridiculous! And what's with the timing? What took them so long to get here? If it wasn't for us eliminating the Stellaron, they'd have nothing to collect. It's obvious they're just trying to take advantage.
According to her account, the repayment period agreed upon by the architects and the IPC investors was 280 years. However, less than a century after the loan was taken out, the connection between Jarilo 6 and the rest of the galaxy was completely severed. The IPC deemed that the disaster had caused irreparable damage and that there was no civilization left to reclaim the debt from. As such, they considered the owed sum permanently lost. It wasn't until the Stellaron crisis was resolved that the IPC discovered that Belobog had survived.
And that's when they sent Topaz over to collect the debt.
And the interest.
Oh Gott. Wie viel ist das?
An astronomical amount. I don't even know how to read such a long string of numbers. Before you both arrived, Topaz warned me that if the payments were delayed, the IPC would give her the authority to employ strong measures.
Oh, I had no idea things were like this. Here I was thinking the IPC had come to rebuild Belobog, not extort it.
Tja, ich bezweifle, dass die Beloborger von sich aus etwas dagegen unternehmen können.
Right. We need to figure out how to help them. The IPC is too big and powerful. Even if Bronya steps in, it'll be hard for her to resolve the situation.
You seem to have a deeper knowledge of the Interastral Peace Corporation than I do. But if the records are accurate, and they truly have a presence throughout the galaxy, the IPC could crush Belobog like a bug if they wanted to. I'm glad you're both here. I know you came for the festival, but now I must ask you and the Astral Express for help. Do you think you could persuade Topaz to reevaluate the situation? The Express's reputation precedes it. Perhaps there's still hope?
Have no fear, Bronya. When a friend's in need, the Nameless will always be at their side.
Tja, lass uns mal mit Topaz reden.
Yeah, after all, this guy here is a pretty good negotiator.
Hast du etwa schon die Verhandlungen mit Svarog vergessen gehabt? Das lief beim besten Willen nicht gerade so gut.
Thank you so much, both of you. I'm so sorry for dragging you into more trouble. While you're out looking for Topaz, I'll see if I can think of a strategy to deal with the situation. Best of luck, and stay safe.
Ja, kein Problem. Wir werden mal tun, was wir tun können. Mal sehen, was wir tun können.
Oh, hey! I just remembered. Topaz gave me her number. We might as well just be direct and ask her where she is. She seems like the type of person who appreciates a straight approach.
Also gut. Fräulein Topaz, bist du da? KI-Antwort. Guten Tag. Direktorin Topaz ist zurzeit beschäftigt und kann Ihre Nachricht nicht beantworten. Bitte haben Sie etwas Geduld. Eine automatische Antwort? Sie antwortet während Ihrer Arbeitszeit wirklich nicht auf Nachrichten. Guten Tag. Direktorin Topaz ist zurzeit beschäftigt und kann Ihre Nachricht nicht beantworten. Bitte haben Sie etwas Geduld. KI-Antwort. Bitte sag mir, wo Topaz hingegangen ist. Hallo, ich überprüfe Direktorin Topaz' Terminplan für Sie. Direktorin Topaz macht zurzeit eine Inspektionsrunde im Museum für Geschichte und Kultur, die Oberwelt, Belobog, Jarilo 6. Dieses Ding ist ziemlich schlau, danke. Guten Tag, Direktorin Topaz ist zurzeit beschäftigt, bla bla bla.
Okay, got it. She's at the museum. Let's get going. We better think about what we're gonna say. She might be young, but she is an IPC executive. She's definitely no pushover.
Gut, eigentlich würde uns im Museum auch noch eine Mission erwarten. Aber ich bezweifle, dass wir das jetzt, sag mal, angehen sollten. Und wo ist sie jetzt? Ah, hier ist sie. Eine Vorläufe mit 34 Gemälden dieser Art. Das ergibt 9.180.000. Oh, verdammt, sie versucht ja jetzt schon irgendwie die Schulden zusammenzukratzen.
Oh, it's you two again. This is the third time today we've run into each other.
Wir haben dir eine Nachricht geschickt.
Oh, did my smart reply function tell you where I was? It's a system developed by the technology department. Pretty neat, right? What do you make of this painting? I'm no expert, but just from the artist's strokes, I can tell it's no ordinary piece. It portrays a certain kind of sorrow, you know? Not your everyday kind of sadness. It runs much deeper than that. It's as if the artist had condensed history into one poignant but sorrowful image. The artist's brushwork depicts several generations' hardships.
Du scheinst was von Kunst zu verstehen.
Not at all. The analysis of an aficionado. I wouldn't take my word for it. The Express has visited many worlds. I'm sure the Nameless have a far greater knowledge of such things than myself. I suppose what I'm trying to say is, what I'm drawn to isn't the style in which a piece is painted, but its overall value. Its intrinsic value may only be 50,000 credits, but its added value might push the total up to 200,000.
Sorry for crashing your artist party, but we came to talk to you about something else.
Oh? A collaboration between our two sides, perhaps?
Not exactly. Actually,
Let's walk and talk. This way. Most exhibits in this museum are of little value. But with a keen eye, it's possible to find a diamond in the rough.
Miss Topaz, Bronya's already told us about Belobog's debt situation.
Oh. You two are closer than I expected with her. So, how can I help? Not sure in the arrangement, or...
help me out here. You know I'm not good at this kind of thing.
Und ich muss an der Stelle immer wieder erwähnen, wie die Situation, oder besser gesagt, wie die Verhandlungen mit Svarog ausgegangen sind. Nicht gut. Also... Wir möchten dich im Namen von Bronya um einen Gefallen bitten.
I see. I understand. From your point of view, I can see how unreasonable it appears. However, you must understand that debt collection is a big part of my job. I've dealt with cases far more difficult than Belobog's. I appreciate each case has its difficulties, but if I treated every late debtor as a special case, the galaxy's economy would come to a grinding halt.
Und wenn die Schulden nicht zurückgezahlt werden können?
The Strategic Investment Department is well versed in handling such situations. We can offer the debtor various repayment solutions, but Jarilo 6 has far exceeded the allotted repayment period. I'm afraid milder solutions aren't the order of the day. So, I proposed to Bronya. Oops, almost gave away trade secrets there, didn't I? That was a close one. The exhibits here are pretty ordinary. I estimate they're probably not worth much. Let's keep moving.
Tja, dann gehen wir mal
So
weiter.
you're basically saying the Belobogians must pay off their ancestors' debts.
When you think about it, it's just another part of the cycle of life. Wow, look! Is that little critter native to Jarilo 6? It's so white and fluffy. Where can I find a live one?
Du magst Tiere?
I absolutely adore them. Have you guys met Numby yet? Oh, where'd they go? They must be off playing somewhere. Come to think of it, this little guy's on display here probably means it's already extinct, right?
So, Miss Topaz, what exactly will it take for the IPC to go easier on Belobog? Bronya invested so much just to make this world a little better. And now, it feels like all of her efforts will be undone in the blink of an eye. It's just so cruel.
What do you take the IPC for, Miss March? We're just the same as Belobog's architects. We're all followers of the preservation. No matter what solutions we propose, we will always take the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration. Otherwise, we'd be no different from the Legion, would we?
So you're saying there's nothing to worry about? But Bronya...
Don't worry yourself too much. The Supreme Guardian is a wise person. She'll understand. But, to answer your question directly, it'd take a miracle. I'll complete the Arilo 6 project no matter what obstacles I encounter.
This isn't going as planned. What should we do?
I wouldn't waste too much energy on this matter. Why not make the most of the festive atmosphere? Oh, looks like one of my colleagues is after me. My apologies, but I should probably take this. Bye!
Tja, das verlief jetzt nicht gerade so gut nach Plan. Aber an der Stelle, Markt der Zukunft Teil 1. Das geht noch weiter.
So, what now? We spent ages trying to convince her and she didn't move an inch.
Tja, wir sollten ihr weiter auf die Pelle rücken.
Sure? I really don't think she'll change her mind. I guess Miss Topaz is just doing her job. And as far as the Express is concerned, I think it'd be unwise to make the IPC our enemy. All these vested interests. It's so hard to undo any of it. They teach this stuff in school. Wait. Did I even go to school? Did someone send you a message?
Jetzt ja. Wie ich höre, bist du wieder im Belobog, Phantomat. Sag mir Bescheid, wenn du einen Moment Zeit hast. Es dringt. Was gibt's, Seele? Was los? Eine Schar Gauner ist runter in die Unterwelt gekommen und hat die große Mine in ihre Gewalt gebracht. Ich habe Bronya gefragt, was wir tun sollen, und sie sagte, dass wir uns erstmal nicht mit ihnen anlegen sollen. Hör auf sie und leg dich nicht mit ihnen. Wahrscheinlich ist es am besten, ihnen nicht in die Quere zu kommen. Zu spät. Wildfeuer und die Silberminen-Wachen haben sie bereits angegriffen. Aber diese Schufte haben krass überlegene Superwaffen mit erhöhtem Schaden. Wir kommen nicht gegen sie an. Ich sende hier einen Notruf, weil ich nicht mehr weiter weiß. Okay. Halte durch, wir sind schon auf dem Weg. Nicht gut.
The IPC are causing trouble in the underworld? Already? Seriously? Topaz was just talking about taking the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration. And now they're pulling this stunt? You really can't trust these money-hungry IPC suits for a minute.
Naja. Komm schon, wir müssen die Lage retten.
Again? I don't think I have it in me to play the hero today. I guess complaining won't get us anywhere. Let's go lend them a hand.
Tja, auf wieder in die Unterwelt. Versuchen wir das Schlimmste jetzt noch zu vermeiden. Ah, schnell umgezogen.
Hey, am I glad to see you two here. I'm not sure how much longer we can hold out.
Was ist überhaupt los?
It's bad. Really bad. Their weapons and automatons are much stronger than anything we have. Nobody's been seriously hurt, but a few Wildfire members got minor injuries. Fortunately for us, it seems like they were holding back. You see those two in black? They've been guarding the mine entrance. They're not letting anyone in or out. Hey! Just because you have fancy equipment doesn't mean you can bully us! Who do you think you are? What's the matter? Got nothing to say?
What's going on inside the mine? Any ideas?
A few miners made it out earlier. They looked pretty panicked. They said the whole mine had been seized by the people in black. These uninvited guests keep talking about asset evaluation, whatever that means. All I know is that they're seriously disrupting the lives of the Underworlders.
Ist Topaz hier irgendwo?
Who?
We were just talking to her in the museum. Do you think her cronies are acting without her authorization?
The person you're talking about. Are they in charge of the people in black? Potaz, Pazto, whatever her name is, she can wait. Right now, the most important thing is to free those trapped in the Great Mine. Are you two with me?
Ja. Ist zwar ein bisschen unpraktisch, gegen die IFK vorzugehen, aber in diesem Falle heiligt der Zweck die Mittel.
Hey, you two! Cat got your tongue or something? If you knew what was best for you, you'd get out of my way!
You guys must be exhausted standing here all day. How about you take a little lunch break? I'm sure the IPC allows that, right?
Ich bin ein Gast eures Chefs, also geht zur Seite.
What's their deal?
You two were talking to the director in the snow plains.
So it's you! You're the one who was threatening to take us out in the snow plains! Do you even know who you're talking to? If your boss knows to treat us with respect, you'd better start showing some yourself.
I can't let you pass. My team leader said that if anyone gets through, I'll lose 6 months of performance bonuses.
Team leader? You're even lower on the pecking order than I thought.
Shut up! I spent 7 years on a forsaken asteroid preparing to join the IPC. I went through 17 interviews before they finally hired me. What right do you deadbeats have to criticize me?
IPC? Interviews? I don't know what you're rambling on about, but you're really testing my patience. No need to waste our breath on this idiot. Let's do this.
Gut, hauen wir sie zu Brei. Die IFK ist hier mit dabei.
Bladed flight! You've got a lot of nerve.
Practice is over. Swords descend! You took the bait. Time for a buzz. Time for a shot.
You won't get away.
A one-time enemy. Time for a buzz. Nap time.
Okay, bis jetzt läuft doch alles hier noch gut. Was es eigentlich so mit den Leistungspunkten der IFK auf sich hat, weiß ich allerdings jetzt, er sagt, noch lange nicht. Leistungspunkte für Mitarbeiter der interastralen Friedenskooperation. Jede Stapelung erhöht den verursachten Schaden des Trägers um 50% bis zu einfach stapelbar. Okay. Also erhöht es die Angriffskraft.
You took the bait. Time for a buzz.
You won't get away.
This combat needs up to... This is double speed. Naughty child. That's better.
Much obliged. Perhaps humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Time for sword play.
Gut, das war schon mal ein guter Anfang. Und jetzt rein in die Mine.
That's it? He sure took off quickly.
17 rounds of interviews and these are the best people they can find? What a joke.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I've been warned that the ones in the mine won't go down without a fight. Let's set off when you're ready.
Immer diese eigenartigen Fragen, als hätten wir was anderes zu tun.
It's time to kick the IPC out of the underworld.
Ja, gehen wir.
Let's get moving.
Ah, Seele muss ja jetzt auch mit dabei sein. Was ist das jetzt hier für Neues? Leitender Angestellter Teamleiter und dann sagt noch die Assistenzkraft. Okay, Herausforderung annehmen. Währenddessen in Svarog-Siedlung.
Hello, it's Mr. Svarog, isn't it? And this cute little girl must be Clara.
Hello, miss. Are you...
I'm Topaz. I've come to have a chat with Mr. Svarog.
Clara, go inside and wait for me.
Huh? But if you have a guest, maybe I should...
She is not a guest. Neither is she a friend. Go, Clara. Everything will be fine.
So, it seems my source was right. Who'd have thought that such a strong bond could exist between a giant robot and a little girl? So heartwarming.
You bear the insignia of the Inter-Astral Peace Corporation. What is your motive for coming here?
Straight to the point, huh? I like your style. Eurillo 6. Are robots familiar with that term? Anyway, it refers to the planet we're currently standing on. It's about to become the property of the IPC. No one can reverse this outcome. Not you, not the Nameless, nor any power in the galaxy. I only care about one thing right now. Demonstrating to the shareholders of the IPC that Eurillo 6 can generate value. In the long run, this is a way, the only way, to ensure Belobog's long-term interests. I need your help to achieve this goal.
Long-term interests undefined. Analyzing objectives. Analysis failed. Tell me, emissary, how do you plan to convince the IPC leadership?
That's simple. I'll show you.
This is...
Source code. Or to be more precise, source code that is able to take control of all mechanized units in Belobog. I'm sure you're familiar with this. All mechanized units manufactured in Belobog over the last 700 years utilize the underlying systems created by the IPC. The code is so refined that the engineers never saw any reason to change it. I assume you're also aware that there was once a large automaton factory in the underworld. Thousands upon thousands of automatons, enough to crush the Legion's vanguard, lay dormant within. This is my bargaining chip for negotiating with the higher-ups. I'll convince them that Eurillo 6 has a place in the company's long-term strategies. But first, I need a guide to show me where these automatons are buried.
I understand. Your long-term interests can be defined as the survival of civilization at a macro level. What are your intentions for the people currently living here?
Their future has already been purchased. All I can do is make them accept this fact, using a relatively peaceful approach.
I understand. I will assist you with your plan.
Oh, so you're not as stubborn as the rumors suggest.
The future you speak of is beyond my computational range, but my emotional analysis indicates that you are indeed trying to find ways to ensure the survival of this world. Additionally, calculations indicate a 96.4% probability of compliance through force if I refuse to cooperate.
Your calculations are slightly on the conservative side. Here's to our future cooperation. If you wouldn't mind leading the way, Mr. Svarog.
Na, er hat ja nun wirklich keine andere Wahl.